Hi everyone, this is our look at alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes are a type of hydrocarbon that are going to have a double bond somewhere in the chain between some carbons, a carbon-to-carbon double bond. They're going to have a general formula, CnH2n, always twice as many hydrogens as carbons. And because of the presence of the double bond, they are classified as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Related but different are alkynes. Alkynes are going to have a triple bond somewhere in the carbon chain, a carbon-to-carbon triple bond. They also have a general formula. It's CnH2n minus 2. And they have something in common with alkenes. They are also unsaturated. This is an important contrast with alkanes, which were saturated compounds. The naming rules for both alkenes and alkynes are very similar. First, we're going to notice if we see a double bond, we're going to start with ene. Alkenes always end with ene, ene. Or we might see a triple bond and then we'll say yne, ine. Alkynes end with the suffix ine. The second step is we're going to use a number, use a digit to show the location of the double bond or the triple bond. Where in the chain is the location of the double or triple bond? The rules for digits are going to be really consistent throughout all of organic chemistry. We want that digit to be as small as possible. If we could count from one way or the other, we want to choose the smaller option. And if there is only one possible location for the double bond or the triple bond, then we will not use a digit. The third step is we're going to count the longest chain of carbons that includes the double or triple bond, and we'll add a prefix, meth, eth, prop, bute, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, dec. Then, just like with alkanes, we're going to deal with alkyl groups, branches, in the same way as we're just starting to get used to. They always are going to have a prefix and then YL, so these extra carbon groups, they might be called methyl or ethyl, or propyl, even though it's quite rare for us to encounter propyl. We're going to show the location of these branches with a digit, and like always, those numbers need to be small, and if there's only one possible location, we won't use a digit. Two of the same type of branch, two separate methyls, we would call dimethyl. If there was three, we would put a tri. Different branches are going to be named alphabetically. Ethyl would get named before ethyl because E comes before M. And if we end up using a di or a tri, those prefixes do not factor into our alphabetization. So ethyl also is going to come before dimethyl because the di does not count. These are our next two classes of compounds, alkenes and alkynes. A double bond or a triple bond, both of them classified as unsaturated. They essentially have the same naming rules, only one will end with ene and the other will end with ine. We're going to see a bunch of examples in the next video, and I hope that helps.